What's up, everybody? Brett here. It's Friday. You know what that means. It's time for another Battle Brothers update. Even more smaller things. Devlog 144. I love the small things, guys. Give me the little details. I want to dive in and see if we can perhaps extrapolate some big info for some little info. And sometimes for me in video games, it's the little things, the little touches that really make a quality game. So let's, without any further ado, you don't need me rambling. Let's start reading. So, Polishing the Blazing Deserts DLC continues as we take a look at another potpourri, man, if I didn't know that word, I'd look real dumb, of smaller additions and quality of life improvements coming with the release on August 13th. You can already wishlist the DLC on Steam and GOG. Let's take a look. So Exploration Mode, a new and entirely optional way to play your campaign, is with a map that is unexplored in the beginning, save for your immediate surroundings. You'll have to discover the lay of the land and uncover every settlement yourself. Oh, as everything is hidden by thick fog covering the map at the start. I like this. An optional way to play the game where the map... Okay, let me see. You have to discover everything on your own, and contracts may send you to settlements that you've never been to, and to which you're only given vague directions. This could be hard in the beginning if you're playing on harder difficulties because you could miss, right? You can miss the city you're trying to go to. Next thing you know, your guys are starving. That sort of deal. This is cool. What an awesome change. You could almost say the game perhaps should have been like this in the first place, but because there's something weird. Like most games that are like this, there's a fog. There's a fog of war in RTS, you know. You have to explore to see anything. Where in this game, you see the whole map, but you have to explore to be able to see what's on the map. Very interesting. If you're into exploration, this could make for an interesting and fresh campaign. It's only recommended for experienced players that know what they're doing. However, as exploring the map as you go adds some difficulty to keeping your men alive and well, and contracts may send you to settlements that you've never been to and that you have to find first. I don't know what my computer is doing right now, but it needs to chill out. Yeah, that is very cool. Yeah, definitely recommended for experienced players. I could see that. But also, I mean, like the last 10 maps I've loaded up have been nearly identical. I don't know what they could do to fix that. Maybe that's something that'll change once they add this new southern region. But they're so similar. I wish they would add more water. Add more water to the interior. Make it so that there are big lakes and bigger rivers and like there's so much that you could do with the map that kind of isn't being done at the moment. It's not really a criticism so much as I think an opportunity to add a little more of a journey feel. Like if I have to go around the river, sure that might be annoying sometimes, but you could make events at river crossings and all. I mean, there's so much potential there. All right, next up, terrain. As you probably know by now, the Blazing Deserts DLC adds several new types of terrain. But if you've ever wondered from afar what terrain a particular enemy camp sits on, fret no more. The game will now tell you in the tooltip of camps. Oh my god, that's just a quality of life. Tooltip of camps, what terrain your men will be fighting on without having to first engage the camp. That's even more important as the combination of terrain and fortifications is about to change the dynamic of battles, thanks to objects like palisades, making it into combat maps. This has always been relevant. There'll be times where you have a settlement that's sitting right on the triple corner, right? So like if you know Texarkana, right? Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. There's a city that sits right on the corner. It'll be like on a forest, a plain, and a mountain, right? It'll be like right on the verge. And you're like, okay, my strategy changes completely if I'm fighting in a densely packed forest, on an open field, or on terrain that might give me or my opponent ranged advantages, essentially, by giving me high ground or low ground. So this is just a great quality of life addition. I like that a lot. They also have a picture here of the Nomad Hideaway. It looks like someone's playing the... it's got to be the Gladiator start, right? Mini Nomad Cutthroats. Alright, next up, events. And some cool art to go with it, too. Events are the spice of life, and the Blazing Deserts DLC adds plenty of new ones, both for your travels south and the interaction between characters. Observe a fire juggler in the city-states. Discuss astronomy with southern scholars. Find cultists of Dovkul doing something sinister in the desert. Ooh, that sounds promising. I haven't seen half the Dovkul stuff, because my Dovcool run that went like, I don't know, like 100 days, nothing ever happened. So maybe one day. Doing something sinister and have your men get sunburned. Okay, that's a fun one. All events are illustrated with new art like that below. Let's open the image in a new tab. Check that out. This is cool. A giant snake with a sword in its head. You got this cool, like, I was about to say, it's like almost, it has Colosseum-esque architecture, but it's not a Colosseum. Some sort of temple, dilapidated temple. We've got a Sultan type figure chilling with his palace guard. Really cool shot of like a palace / city. Ever since I was a kid, I used to watch like a lot of History Channel shows, and sometimes they would go to like parts of India where they would have these palaces and stuff up in the mountains, or they would go to just, you know, kind of really remote places in the east and parts of China, Mongolia, and these other places that probably inspired stuff like, if you ever watched the cartoon or the anime, I guess, Avatar, The Last Airbender. But there are all these temples and palaces built by these princes and kings, and so it's just, the architecture always amazed me. People who like carved out the sides of temples to make cities, and I love that sort of thing. Fascinating. There's one in India that every now and then I get the urge just to look at it again, and this kind of brought back that memory. But it's like on a plateau. It's like a fortress palace. It's amazing. It just looks like windows, and just, I don't know. I can't describe it very well, but it's beautiful. Maybe you could find it if you look it up, like Hilltop Palace in India. Awesome. All right, achievements. On to the achievements. Can't do a new DLC without new achievements. A total of currently 12 new achievements to unlock await the completionists in you, as you can challenge yourself with defeating powerful new opponents, doing trick shots with the handgun, winning arena bouts, and more. Can you guess what other achievements there are based on the icons? So this might be just to defeat one of those big Ifrit guys. Huh, to stab a heart. Stabbing a heart. This probably has to do with the new weaponry. I forget what they are, the new daggers. They have a special type of ability that has to do with like puncturing. Might be something like that. This has got to be like finishing the Crusade, essentially? The Holy War. It's like two swords of each culture crossing. To me, that's like you finish that storyline. Let's see, what else? This looks like a Necronomicon. Maybe this is having like a full group of, god dang it, what are they calling them? Companions, I think? Having a full group. What is this, though? That I don't know. Yeah, just gonna have to wait and see for some of these. Maybe this is like killing a certain number of units with like a single grenade throw, something like that. But anyway, guys, this is also pretty cool. Supporter Edition. As with our previous DLCs, we're again also offering a Supporter Edition for those of you who want to support us above and beyond in working on Battle Brothers. As a thank you, you'll be given a special player banner that appropriately reflects the wealth, craftsmanship, and culture of the South and its people. You can wishlist it on Steam. Very cool. I love the gold and kind of like regal. I don't know if this is. It's not quite a teal. I might be bad with colors. But I love this. I love this combination with the little kind of like purple and blue gems in here. Very cool. But yeah, this is all quality stuff. Basically, what they've given us is a new way to explore the map. Totally down for that. I see myself playing with this. This seems really fun. I love this inclusion. Pure quality of life change. More events. I expected that, but it's still cool to see some of the art and get an idea of, you know, where they're going with this. And they're always fun. They're always funny. New achievements. You know, I'm not a completionist by any means, but I do love getting the odd achievement, especially when I do something cool in a game. So that's nice. You get that extra feel-good moment. And then the Supporters Edition, which I will probably buy. I tried contacting Overhyped Studios. Maybe I just had a bad email and asking, you know, if they would be open to me doing some sort of like pre-release stuff. But I actually don't even know if they do pre-release stuff. Not really even trying to get the DLC for free, but just to be a little bit recognized by Overhyped Studios would be awesome. It would make my week for sure. But I would love to get if early access is a thing, I'd love to get it, not even just for myself, but to showcase it to you guys from my point of view, and to give you guys as early and as solid of a look as I'm capable of doing. And That's kind of my goal for that. So I'll probably try and contact them again, maybe use a different email. But anyway, if they don't reach out to me, I could see myself getting the supporter edition and jumping right into like a gladiator campaign, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. I'm not as into the idea of them being limited by 12 units because that limits the amount of storytelling that I'm able to do. You know, the story's already sort of fixed in a way, but I think it is the most interesting of the early games. It's got to be, right? Having 3 decked out gladiators and trying to like navigate that campaign is going to be very interesting. The slave campaign seems also very interesting, but I would love it if it was more of like a Spartacus style campaign instead of what it appears to be, which is like you're actually the slaver. I was like, I don't really want to be whipping dudes. That's not really my thing. But I would love it if I had a main guy like kind of like the lone wolf who was like Spartacus, but instead of like the similar limitations, he doesn't have to be incredibly powerful. Just give him some cool stats and some cool traits, and and just kind of make him that type of character. I could see that being fun as well. But anyway, guys, just some rambling and some speculation. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you enjoyed this Friday. Next Friday, we're going to come back with some more stuff, hopefully. Probably some even smaller things. Might be the title. But that's it for me. Y'all take care. Have a good one. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Later, y'all.